Okay guys, so I just wanted to make a short video on giving some tips and tricks how to help you when you're playing multiplayer factions online, trying to grow your clan size over the 12 weeks. So the first thing I'm going to say is that most of these things will apply to when you're playing supply raid. The playing interrogation mode is quite similar, but if you're playing survivor mode it can be a bit different because of course you only get one life. The first thing I'll say to you is have at least one class where you have a silenced weapon. For me, I have the silenced semi-auto. I think it's the best one in my opinion, but play around with a few, see which one you get on well with. Also have a lot of variation in your classes. Obviously over time you'll develop a favourite weapon, so build your classes around that one weapon, but also have a few different classes with different weapons, because if a match really isn't going well and you want to try something else with the opposition, it could be as simple as a change of weapon, because obviously each weapon works in a different way.
We've heard there's supplies in the area, but there's uniforms skulking around
hopefully
too.
That could work.
Watch each other's backs.
So yeah, let's get on with this game. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, obviously, get some supplies, see if you can craft anything. I always find it better going through the middle, because almost everyone that plays online either goes around one corner or the other. So if you go through the middle, you can see everything on both sides, and really make the most of listen mode. You have it there, but a lot of people forget to use it. I mean, obviously some people have the covert training, so I think there's a guy there. Okay, there's a guy there. A lot of people have the covert training, so you can't actually see them when they're crawling, even when you use listen mode, but when they do stand up to run or anything, you'll see them. Alright, so I'm just gonna try and catch this guy completely off guard. I think he saw me, that's why I was being a bit cautious. If I wait here long enough, he should just come forward and get bored. Okay, it's like this. I have a teammate behind me. Okay,
turrets down.
Down one uniform! Fucker ain't getting up! That one sure is dead!
So with the supply raid mode, you really don't have to stick with your teammates the whole way. Like, I mean, because you have not unlimited lives, but you have 20 lives between you to respawn. So you can spread out a bit. Try and take the team on, the opposing team on by yourself if you want, you know, just to get an idea of how good shooters they are, what kind of weapons they use, if they leave equipment.
All done.
Okay, so
let's
yeah,
go.
with bombs, I think a good place to leave them is right next to the resource boxes, because sometimes people are in such a rush they just run there, they don't have a look around, and then when they sit down to get the supplies, you can you'll hit them with the bomb. So yeah, as I was saying before, just take the beginning of the game. Let's just take this guy out. And yeah,
one down.
Go for headshots all the time if you can. They're so much more effective than going for body shots. Okay, so his teammate's running to help him. Let's throw a bomb. Maybe we can get both of them.
Boom!
I don't think that was far enough. Okay, it was.
Down one uniform!
So yeah, on survivor mode you only get one life, so you want to be a lot more careful. Maybe
fucker ain't getting
the time, especially in the beginning, around your teammates, working together. Just to be more careful, because you can't respawn obviously. Another tip, armor is so valuable. Oh, there's one more guy. Okay.
Tourist
armor is so
down!
valuable. It's definitely worth the parts. Yeah. I always recommend getting armor if you have the parts to get it. Okay. So again, because two of my team are on this side, the guys that just respawned, they're definitely not going to be on this side.
Wait up!
So that's another tip with regards to locating the enemy. So again, just keep using your listening mode, even if you don't think you're near conflict, because that's when the other team, they're not crawling because they don't think there's anyone around them. So just again, health packs. You really don't have to. I hardly see any reason to craft them, because on this map I think there are 6 of them. But on every map they're always like around on the map, so the only reason you would have to craft one is if like you were the last surviving on your team and you were stuck in a corner or something and you're desperate for health. Again, good place to leave bombs is by the doors, because again, people come in
Bomb
without
set,
expecting
watch
anything.
your ass.
Let's see where this guy is. Okay, my teammate took him down. Okay, so there's only 2 players left for them. So as we're all on this side of the map, it's obvious that the other 2 have respawned on the other side. Unlike COD and some other games, the respawning is good on here because you don't respawn next to a member of the other team. I don't think it's ever happened to me. But on COD you get it quite a lot, and then you can just keep dying from that. So again, just keep using your listening mode around walls and stuff. You'll be surprised how many people let their guard down when they're next to supply boxes or something like that.
Wait up!
One really good thing is that Molotovs and bombs, they use different supplies to be made, so you can constantly be making them together simultaneously. Does this guy want a friend? Okay, let's wait for him. That's one really annoying thing.
Uniform!
Getting headshots really effective. Yeah, one really annoying thing is that when you're trying to stealth it and you have a teammate next to you.
All done.
Hello, sir.
Let's
are you
go.
coming? Hello? Okay. So one really annoying thing is when you're trying to stealth it around a map or around a certain part, and you've got a teammate right next to you who's sprinting, so they're essentially giving away your cover because the opposition knows where you are. Having said that, it could work in your favour because they could think there's only one opponent coming towards them. Then when they're engaging in battle with your teammate, you can try and flank them around the side and they won't expect it. I think there's a guy coming here. Okay, it looks like there isn't. I personally, I can't use smoke bombs. I mean, I know how to use them, but they hardly ever work out for me. Again, armor, just one of the most important things here. It makes such a big difference to when you're in combat. Okay. Another tip, when the other team gets down to very low numbers, so here they really don't have many left. They've got 6 left between the 6 lives left between the 2 of them. They tend to coop up in like one room, so they could be okay. They're not here at the moment, but they tend to coop up sometimes together in like a room where they know there's only 1 or 2 entrances, so they can have the best chances. And that is dependent on
That'll teach you.
other people, obviously, because they could be completely out there and willing to just try and get these supplies without getting burned. So yeah, they could be completely willing to just take it on anyway. It depends on what kind of player they are in the game. So again, it does help to stay with your teammates, because obviously strength in numbers. But if you see two or three of your teammates in one place, it can help to either go through the middle, like some way away from them, or around the other side completely. Because once the other team have engaged in conflict with your team, it's just, if there's three of your team fighting the other team, they're not going to be alert to you if you're coming from the side or anything. They're going to be so focused on your teammates that it will be a few easy kills for you, hopefully. Okay, so there's one guy there, and the bomb on the left. So the bomb's on the left. Let's go and take these guys. Looks like my teammates know where they are as well. There's one right underneath me. Where are these guys? Oh crap, okay. Okay. Let's take this guy. Okay, I won't take that execution, it's for my teammate. Part of the code. Oh. That guy just broke the code. So I guess another tip would be, don't take your teammates' executions.
That one's dead!
Because it can piss them off, and like, if you're in trouble needing a revive, if they remember your name, then they're not gonna, well, they might not heal you. I get really pissed when people take my executions, because you know, it's like you've worked for it and then they're just taking it from under your nose. Again, resources are so important. I think the time they're most important is when you're losing the game, when you're lower numbers.
All done, let's go.
Because they can make a real difference, especially with things like Molotovs that get you one-hit kills. So yes, not just all about the weapons, it's also about how you use your equipment. If you like using smoke bombs, great for you. I never got on with them. Okay, so let's talk about like perks that you can use. So my favourite has to be the covert training, and basically you don't show up on the opponent's listing mode when you're crouch walking anywhere around the map. It's really helpful because a few months ago when I first got the game, not many people used to use it, and I would constantly be seeing them around the map. But a few months later now, and most people use it, so I think you'll find yourself at quite a disadvantage if you don't use it. I think my second favourite has to be Crafter. It makes such a difference to crafting speed, especially if you're in an emergency, like, you know, a lot of enemies are coming towards you and you could really do with a Molotov or a bomb or something. So yeah, crafters, again, even the first stage, it makes such a big difference.
Tourist!
Okay, not sure what happened to that guy. Reviver, that's where it makes a really big difference, because without it, it takes so long to revive a teammate. And
They fucking got
with
me!
it, even the first stage, I think it increases it by 30% the speed.
I'm hurt!
So I think there was lag there, and the guy actually hit us before he died. So with Revive it makes such a big difference, even the first stage. And then the second stages and third stage, obviously if you have the points spare, then yeah, go for it, why
Bastards
not?
are on their last legs.
Another one is Healer, which you can use to heal teammates by patching them up.
Bomb set, watch your ass.
That's quite a good one. One I found that didn't help much is Pistol Auto Zoom. And I don't know, it's just, for me it's a waste of points, but if you try it and you get on with it, that's great. Just use it and try and work your way around the other stuff. I never paid for any extra perks or weapons in the game that are available from PSN. on part of the DLC, because I think the ones that they give you are already sufficient enough for you to last the game. Marathon Runner is another good one. It can really make the difference between getting away from an opponent and not, or even like just getting to supplies quicker or something. Okay, so there's not much you can do about a well-aimed Molotov again. So in terms of, let's go back to equipment. Shivs are really good because people just don't expect you to come up from behind them. So if you have the equipment to make a shiv, go for it. You can trail an opponent for a while and use it. And I've just crept up on people so many times, especially when they're in combat with my team, from behind, and just hit them, and it's an easy one hit kill. And obviously it's one of the challenges that you can do for increasing your population of your clan, or decreasing the decline of your population by an attack.